You know, developers, it's not like they're not trying when they make patch changes or anything like that. It's just a lot of times there's a different there can be a disconnect between what the quote unquote general public wants and what the general public needs.
Yeah, and then also, it's just a whole other aspect of balancing when you start talking about like who are you balancing for? Because like obviously the game needs to be tuned at a high level for professional players, but you still want to retain casual players and not alienate them.
Yeah, and you kind of have to strike a balance between making things simpler for the new players, but not alienating the long-time professional players.
Yeah, you don't want to gut the game from any sort of technicality or competitive merit.
Yes. And I mean, like I said, I feel like they'll iron it out. I will say they are quicker on the patches with this game.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. As we're on like the fifth patch already, and we're like, I mean, basically it's been about a patch a month.
Yeah, and Street Fighter 6 didn't even get its most major balance patch until relatively recently, which was over a year. And I feel maybe there should be a balance between 5 patches between now and January, or January and now, and one whole year.
Yeah, yeah. But I think like one of those the first Tekken patches was like it's kind of messed up the game. I think there were like some glitches in
There
the first
were,
patch.
there
So
were.
that's definitely one reason why like oh it's Feng versus Feng.
A Fang mirror.
Hey Mopar, what side are you on?
Round one.
Okay.
Quite the stylish suit here.
Yeah, with the Feng mirror, I had to make sure that everybody was on the right side. So we got Mopar on player one side. We got Static on player two side. Static is a former champion here. It's one of the two tournaments that we did. He won the first one, and then Floating Sword won the second one we did.
Static is a name I've heard quite a few times in my local group.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He was telling me I think he placed like 25th at Texas Showdown a month ago or so.
Hardly anything to sneeze at.
Nope, nope. I used to be heavily involved with Texas Showdown. Great tournament series.
Fight.
Had some of the best times I've ever had as a TO and streamer doing that tournament.
Honestly, I do hope that at some point or another we get more not majors, but regional stuff down around here.
Working on it, bro. Working on it. Well, that's I got like a 2-year plan for us. We're like we are comfortably trucking along towards my plans.
Well, I stand by what I said previously. If you need somebody to TO for French bread games, I'm right here.
I got you, dude. I got you. Because at some point where hopefully we get healthy enough that we're gonna outgrow the idea that I can do all this by myself. Like I am dreaming of the day when I need help.
The Fang mirror is probably very interesting because it's the idea of if I touch you, you die. If you touch me, I die. And Mopar has gone for the rage art all 3 times and has paid for it.
Yeah, those are it's very high risk, high reward. 'Cause
Right.
they're all pretty much launch punishable.
Yes, and I mean, what's interesting with the Rage Art is it's the closest thing that you have to a super in this game, and even then, you don't even get it for you get it for a price. You get it for several prices. It's a lot of damage, but it is not invincible. It has armor, so you can still take damage, and if it is blocked, they get a launcher punish off of it.
I've heard some people say that they'd like to see like that like across a match. So like all five rounds potentially. That you should only be able to use rage and you should only be able to use heat once each time throughout the whole match instead of once per round.
I think that's a far too restrictive idea.
I think I agree with that. I think it's fine the way it is. Another really interesting thing about Rage, though, in this game is, like, you get the line where you dip into Rage, but in this game you can recover, like, so many characters recover chip damage, like, super hard
Yes.
in Heat. So you can end up with, like, more than half a bar and still be able to launch Rage.
Oh, absolutely.